Good day to you from wherever you are watching from. This is episode 25 of Hymn of Our Fathers. On Hymn of Our Fathers, weekly like this, we take a look at the life of hymn writers, stories, events, situations, and circumstances that surrounds our hymns, and then draw lessons and inspirations for our lives from it. This week, by the grace of God, we'll be looking at the hymn, He leadeth me, O blessed thought. He leadeth me, O blessed thought. This hymn was written by Joseph H. Gilmore, who lived between 1834 and 1918. So please join me as we look briefly at its life and how we have the song, He leadeth me, O blessed thought. Joseph H. Gilmore was born in the city of Boston in the year 1834. His father was a prosperous lawyer who also served as governor of Hampshire later in his life. The family was socially prominent people. He gave his life to Jesus Christ when he was just a schoolboy and joined the Baptist church that his parents attended to. He was educated in private schools, even to university level, and also attended the New Theological Seminary. He graduated soon after the American Civil War began and was asked to serve in the faculty of that same school as an instructor of Hebrew. He taught there for 1 year before he took up another assignment. During the darkest days of the Civil War, he was asked to supply the pulpit of the Fourth Baptist Church of Philadelphia for a few weeks. And at a midweek service on the 26th March of 1862, he set out to give the people an exposition on Psalm 23, which he has given before on 3 or 4 occasions. But that very day, he did not get further than the word, He leadeth me, in verse 2. Psalm 23 says, The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He leadeth me. And that was his thought. His study subconsciously led him to realize that God's leadership is the one significant fact in human experience, and that it makes no difference how we are led or whither we are led, as long as we are sure that God is leading us. At the close of that meeting, a few of the attendees with him were in the living room of Deacon Watson, the host of the gathering, who reside next to the church. As they kept talking about the thought which he has emphasized in the meeting, and then there on the back of the page of the brief which he had intended to speak, he penciled the hymn down, talking and writing at the same time. After he completed the hymn, he handed the hymn to his wife, who sent it for publication, and the hymn was first printed in the Watchman paper. In addition to teaching and preaching, Joseph H. Gilmore wrote 6 textbooks, and 2 of which were used in seminaries, 4 others for secular schools, and also wrote a number of hymns, but the most popular of the hymn is this song, He leadeth me, O blessed thought. He died in 1918 at age 44 as a professor emeritus of literature in English. Now looking at the words of this hymn, anyone that is called by the name of God should know that we cannot do anything on our own unless we submit our lives to God for leadership. We must put our hands in God's hand and should never fear, because God knows the way to lead us through. He is the Lord your God who directs you in the way you should go. Those were the words of Isaiah 48, verse 17. The most important thing is to really be sure that God is leading us. And if He is the one leading you, it doesn't matter the road that He's taking you to. And it doesn't matter the number of people or the set of people that are pursuing you. They will all perish like the Egyptian did, even before your very eyes, in the name of Jesus. The other issue is to be a faithful follower, as it was emphasized in the chorus of that song. He leadeth me, by His own hand He leadeth me. His faithful follower I will be. And as God is leading you, I challenge you to be a faithful follower so that He can lead you rightly to the promised land. Join me tonight as we meditatively take this hymn, He leadeth me, His faithful follower I will be, for by His hand that God will continue to lead you, God will continue to lead me, God will continue to lead all of us in the name of Jesus.
Whatever I do, wherever I be, still it is God's hands that leadeth me. He leadeth me by His hand. He leadeth me. His faithful follower I will be, for by His hand He leadeth me. So that I will clasp my hands in thine, no more, no be content whatever, Lord, I see, since it is the hand that leadeth me. He leadeth me by His own hand. He leadeth me. His faithful follower I will be, for by His hand He leadeth me. And when my task on earth is done, when by Thy grace the victory is won, in that good will I will not flee, since God through Jordan leadeth me. He leadeth me by His own hand. He leadeth me. His faithful follower I will be, for by His hand He leadeth me. He leadeth me by His own hand. He leadeth me. His faithful follower I will be, for by His hand He leadeth me.
Since He leads me by His hand, I will be His faithful follower. Thanks for watching this episode 25 again. Many thanks to those who are following us every week, and to those who are sharing this hymn so that others can see it too. So please continue to share and continue to like and follow us on our YouTube channels at Kingdom Purpose Ministry. Until I come your way next week, continue to follow God's leading and be His faithful follower.